Hey you guys, hope you're having a good Sunday evening. I wanted to come on here for a second because I have gotten several text messages and messages today of people asking how we are, considering that we live in Texas and all of the news about this church shooting. So I just wanted to pop in here right quick for those of y'all that haven't texted but are wondering, or haven't messaged but are wondering, that we do live sort of near where that is in Sutherland Springs, but we're not very close. We were not anywhere near there. We do know some friends of friends that have been affected by it, but we personally haven't. So I just wanted to pop in here and let y'all know that we are all good. And I know Bronwyn and then Carolyn, my mother-in-law, are watching. And when we first heard the news, it was before it had hit the news, because my brother-in-law works in dispatch for Air Life, and so we heard about it before the news announced it. And so when we first heard about it, my first thought was my mother and father-in-law, because they go to church near there. So I quickly texted my mother-in-law and then verified that she was okay and they were okay. And then since then we've just kind of been monitoring the news, but I keep getting texts and stuff, so I just want to come on here and talk to y'all about that. Thanks, Bronwyn. One thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about, I hear this a lot, and it's something that I've struggled with. I don't know if you've heard about it, like Bronwyn, you may have since you work in healthcare, but compassion fatigue is actually considered a condition, and it used to be something that was exclusive to healthcare workers, because most people that are drawn to healthcare have a natural propensity for being very compassionate, to the point of like kind of taking on that suffering themselves and feeling it physically when someone else is suffering. And so I struggle with this a lot, because when I help people in my nurse practitioner job or as a coach, a lot of times I feel like I care more about people than they care about themselves, and sometimes to me it feels like it physically hurts. But they're finding that more and more people suffer from compassion fatigue because of the way news is so prevalent, and we can get it on our phones, and we watch it on our TV, and we watch it on our computer or our laptop, that they're finding that more and more people suffer from compassion fatigue. So it is a very real thing, and I had never heard about it until sorry, I got a phone call. But it is a very real thing, and it's something that a lot of people will suffer from just because they sit and watch the news all the time. So if you're one of those ones that's glued to the TV tonight about the news that happened in Sutherland Springs or anything else that happens in the world, my advice is to unplug at some point. Don't just stay glued to that all the time. Cut that off. Go read something that's personal growth for yourself. Do something for yourself. Do a little bit of physical exercise. Try to eat something good. The normal things that I give advice on. But just be aware that it is something that happens, that people get compassion fatigue and you get to where you can't like function. I was feeling that way earlier because I was getting so many texts and messages, and then trying to figure out what was going on and figure out if we knew anybody that was there. It's overwhelming. And so I feel that on a regular basis when I'm helping people, but I felt it more today, and so that's why it kind of came to the forefront of my mind, and I thought I should share it, because I know that I've heard from a lot of people that they're kind of struggling with dealing with this, and what's the deal with the tragedy in the world and all the negative in the world and stuff like that. But this stuff happens all over the world all the time. It's just hit close to home today. So my recommendation is, if you feel that, if you suffer from that, disconnect from the TV, turn it off. You know, don't look at Facebook, don't look at whatever. Do a little bit of time doing something for yourself. At least that's what's helped me. It's been hard today because I keep, you know, seeing things and hearing little news alerts and stuff. I feel like I need to turn off the news alerts on my phone, so I'm not getting them from the news apps that I have on my phone, just because it's just too much today. So if you struggle with that too, certainly do something about that, because it is a real thing. So hope y'all are having a good evening otherwise, and thanks for those of y'all that have checked in with me, and I hope y'all have a great evening and a great week. I'll talk to y'all soon.